Okay, so I guess that means it's my time to talk, and the timer has started. So they've given me today the share screen. So we'll see how this works out. But I think we'll be all right. So Davies has my back just in case I run through the slides too quick. So welcome to our business meeting. So I see we have 51. Hopefully we get the numbers up. Our goal is to beat Natasha's record of 215. So please text everyone that you know and tell them to just jump on the link at around 11:40 if they're not able to make it for 5 minutes, just so we can win. No offense, my other team leaders, but I love you all. But we're competitive, right, at Keller Williams. So I'm gonna share my screen here for a second. And we're gonna get rocking and rolling. All right, you all should see in front of you, I think, and I believe, it says we are number one. Can I get a thumbs up, high five, that you all see it? All right, thank you, Crystal. All right, so let's get started. So we want to welcome all the agents and happy birthday. So we want to celebrate a really cool birthday here. Just kidding. I just want to say thank you all for all the notes, but everyone else that had an August birthday, it's probably the best month ever. No offense to all my November and all my other months. So the reason I said November is the majority of the staff has a November birthday. So August, way to represent. So if you see your name on there, happy birthday. That's my singing that I have for you all today. So we got a jam-packed schedule. So I want to make sure I get you all in and out of this meeting. Work anniversary, my boy The Rock there, clapping it out. So these are agents that have been with us. So we have quite a few. So Anna Orch, 15 years. So she's got me beat. She's one of the original agents at Partner Southwest. And then if you see your face on there, and everyone that this is your anniversary month, we want to say thank you for being a part of KW. And it's really an honor to work with you all here at Keller Williams. Coming through, welcome to the family. One of my favorite new slides, thanks to Kina. So y'all can say Kina, she did the Brady Bunch Zoom meeting background. So if you're a new agent on here, say hi in the chat. And if you see your name on there, so welcome Michael, Rachel, Victor, Melody, Felix, Paola, Kira, Nathan, Kina. So we got another Kina, so that's cool. And Christian. So welcome to the family. Welcome to Level 5 Leaders. Anyone else that you want to be a part of this family, invite them in. This is obviously a great group. So I'm glad I'm seeing a bunch of you on here today. And I haven't followed along on this slides pretty good. So welcome everyone. Welcome to KW Level 5 Leaders. So bucket fills. So we do this every meeting. And this is where I need y'all to be a little interactive. All right. Now put in the chat. I want you to put in there in the chat something that someone's done that's good, something that someone that's helped you out. So if you can drop it in the chat, I know someone's helped you out. So I want to say thanks to Gus, right? Gus over there, who's going to be leading us on the commercial side today. So let's hear it, guys. Not all at once. Put it in the chat, some bucket fills. Okay, I got another thank you, Gus. Brenda, for helping everybody. Barry, Sharon, Lewis, Suzette, big shout out to you, Kina. All right, guys, so we're bucket filling. So we want to acknowledge everyone. I want to say thank you. Natasha wrote, thank you, Adrian, for always helping out our agents and contract questions. Yes, thank you, Adrian. So I don't have to answer all those tough questions. I'm kidding. I love it when you all ask those questions. All right. So we got our bucket filled, so thank you all. Now we want to start talking a little bit about production. So we got our first one here, knocking out of the gate. So Michelle Reed, this lady works hard on her business. She is growing her business. So big shout out to Michelle for capping. So she is part of the 100% Commission Club. So congratulations, Michelle. And then this is another amazing agent, and all of you are amazing, but this is where we want you all to go for is cap. And not just cap, but cap and go beyond. So that is the 100% club. So Jackie Birnbaum, congratulations. And then we have Chanel out of Plantation office, congratulations on capping. So we have awesome agents in the office. If you have never capped, this is a great opportunity to reach out to these agents and find out what they're doing in the business, because they're engaging, they're interacting, they're doing what they need to do, and we want to help all of you cap. All right, so a little bit more money. I know y'all love to hear me talk about this, but this is what we profit shared at one of the offices, right? So this is what we profit shared at KW Partners Southwest. So we gave back $40,000 in profit share. So on the 21st of the month, when you say in Kelly, you say, hey, profit share, what's my profit share? You're going to see the amount that you got. Okay. So there is a lot of money to be shared. Okay. A lot of money to be shared. And the reason I say shared is, remember, the owners at Keller Williams, they share with you the profits. So this is one of the benefits of being a part of KW. So we want to make sure that you all take advantage of this on the profit share side. All right, now moving along to some numbers. So we're doing good on the numbers. So we're going to start off with Miami Lakes. Miami Lakes, 12 units closed already for the month, 20 pending sales, 10 listings, and 11 contracts for this month. Miami Beach, 23 units closed, pending 28, 12 listings taken, contracts written 20. I don't know if I can say this here, but we have an agent that closed a huge deal on the beach. So I'm sure Morel put it in the chat or shout him out, but there's some big deals going on. I think it was like, what was it, 3 million? You could jump off of mute or put it in the chat, but it was like at 3.5. What was it?
4.65.
Sorry, I missed a million. So and what deal is this? What transaction is this?
One transaction.
And it's they just joined KW, right?
In the last year.
Yep. So that's one transaction. So just want to give you a heads up of the type of business that you all are doing. So you might not see it all the time when it shows just closed units, but that's the type of business that you all are producing behind the scenes. So let's jump in here to Legacy. Legacy also knocking out of the park. 25 units closed already for the month, 47 pending, 13 listings, 43 contracts written. Partners, closed units 17, 68 pending contracts, and 10 listings taken. Closed units 40 for Partner Southwest, 65 pending sales, 12 listings, and 53 contracts. Are y'all seeing a little pattern here with listings? They got a thumbs up, high five, wiggle, something, right? So you're seeing a little pattern with the listings, right? We know the inventory has changed, but at the end of the day, that's where we need to really focus and hammer in on. Whatever you need to do to start taking these listings, you need to focus on that. And I know I talk about this in the meetings, and I'm spending a little bit longer on this today because the last time I sped through all of it. But when you look at it, we're producing a lot of units and we're closing a lot of deals and we're outpacing a lot of other offices. The listings is what controls what you do in your business. The listings are what controls your time. Okay. So even if you get one listing, the one turns into 2 buyers. So I really, anything you need to do to focus on the listing side, that's where I want to make sure you all are paying attention, using those tools that Natasha provides, using the conversations, jumping at Ignite for the listing classes, and getting those scripts, because that's where you're going to be able to double your business instantly. Okay. All right. And this is another cool thing. So the whole region in South Florida, we have the largest closed sale volume ever. So this is during COVID. We've just set records in sales volume, most contracts, highest contracts written, highest sales, largest number of closed sales, highest gross, highest listing sold volume, and the highest GCI per agent. So that's the gross commission income. So I see some faces staring intently on there. Yvette, you could smile. I miss you too. This is good numbers. I want everybody to focus on this. This is how we're building big businesses. There's huge businesses and you all have that opportunity, but you all are keeping more money, you're closing more deals, you're capping more, and you're doing this all during one of the toughest times that we've had in a long time. So you really have to recognize yourself and acknowledge and give yourself a high five, clap, wiggle, whatever you got to do on the business meeting side. But you all, as a region and as offices, are doing an amazing job. Regional awards. So KW Partner Southwest, we were ranked number 9 in volume it was 46 million in sales. And then the Reguera Saldias team coming through, they're number 8 in the region for top teams in closed units. Number 9, Terry Arbogast team with a top group based on closed sales volume. They did over $6 million last month. Okay, sorry. Forgot I'm clicking on the slides. Plantation, Darnell, 8th in the region in individual units. Patty Accordo team, 8th in the region in team volume, and her team 9th in the region for team units. So I want you all to take a second here and really congratulate each other on these amazing accomplishments. The number 1 team in closed units, the Live, Work, Play Miami group. So congratulations on being the number 1 team in closed units for July in the region. And Royland being number 2 in the region on top group based on closed units. So every single office had someone ranked in the region. So clap it up, jump off of mute for like 1 second, high five your air high five to all you guys, but you all are doing it. So we're talking about production. You know, that's what I like to talk about. I know it's super fun, but at the end of the day, we do this business to help people and to make a living and be successful. So that's what we want to make sure that all of you are doing.
Hey, Alfredo, for all of our guests that are on, can you explain what the region is and how many people that means?
Absolutely. Thank you, Morel. So the region is I think it's 7,200 or 70, somewhere between 7,000 and 7,500 realtors, 32 offices. So these agents were ranked in the top 10 out of 7,500 agents. So thanks, Morel, for sharing that. I mean, this is a big deal. This isn't just like, hey, congratulations, they won out of 1 office. No, this is out of 7,500 agents. So I really, want to congratulate all of them because that's a lot of hard work to get to that level. So thanks, Morel, for sharing that. Oh man, and here he is. I got him right on time. I promised, 11:42. So now we're going to turn it over to Mr. Gus Martinez. So last week we had Natasha share an update on what's going on in terms of the real estate residential market. Gus is going to share a little bit more about what's going on the commercial side. So you all know how it ties it together. So Gus, you want to share your screen or you want me to be your Vanna White?
Yeah, I believe Kina is, there we go. Kina's setting that up.
All right, you got it. I'll be your Vanna White. It's me. So don't worry. I got you back.
All right, Kina, for Alfredo. Kina Pujol. Thank you, guys. Good morning.
Morning, Gus.
Just waiting for this. Here we go. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to talk about this fun thing that we call commercial real estate. I went ahead and looked at 3 different areas instead of looking at all the areas of commercial real estate. I looked at office, I looked at multifamily, and I looked at retail. And that gives us an idea of what is going on in the marketplace. I stayed away from land and industrial, and I'll tell you guys at the very end why. Okay, so what are we doing here? This is Miami office. All right, Miami office. Give me a second. For some reason, the format didn't come through the same way I had it all planned out. Okay, so Miami office, we have this number up on top, right? And the red one obviously is the scary one. That's 741,000 square feet of loss of net absorption. What does that mean? That means when people pull out of the market. So they pull out of the Miami office market within the past 12 months. We've had a big loss, but we did bring in 452,000 of new office space. Okay, Vanna, what's the next slide there? So this just is a map of the submarkets for Miami, just to give you an idea. That goes all the way down almost to Homestead, and from Aventura all the way down to Homestead. This number here, the next slide. The next slide gives you all the different areas. There's Aventura, there's Brickell. Whoops, slow down there, Vanna. Let's go back to that one. There we go. The one you look at is the second column, the second set on the bottom. It's the rents. So the rents are the highest in all of South Florida. I mean, you're $49.99 a square foot. So that's roughly 4.5 times whatever you're paying. So if you rent 4,000 square feet, you're paying close to $20,000 a month for that, just for that office. So those are the numbers that reflect. We have Brickell at $53 a square foot. And then the smaller markets are $30 or $33 a square foot, somewhere about 3 times the amount. So those are things to look at. Some of those are gross leases, which is we call full service in office, which means you get just like Natasha does over at the Pines office. You get janitorial, you get electric, all included in the rent. And then secondly, there's the triple net leases, which they break that all up. Okay, next slide. All right, so now we're going to talk about Fort Lauderdale office. Fort Lauderdale office also has lost a lot of, in the past 12 months, has lost a lot. And not as much new construction has come in for Fort Lauderdale office. So Fort Lauderdale is getting a higher hit. The good thing is for Miami office and for Fort Lauderdale office, the vacancy rates are less than 10%. So that's a good thing for now. Obviously, we all don't know what the future holds. We're seeing that there's, this COVID-19 has got a lot of people working out of their houses. I mean, most of the people today, listen, I'm working out of my house today, so most people are. So for that reason, we don't know what the future looks like. Now, are people pulling out today? No. What's happening is tenants are staying and they're trying to work something out, or they're trying to maybe combine offices together or whatever it might be so they can continue out until the term is over. Once the term is over, then we're going to see. So it's going to be a few years before we really see a change in office, because people still need to honor their some people personal guaranteed them. Some people have large corporations and they corporate guaranteed them. So they have to stay on leasing these spaces. Okay, next slide. Once again, in Fort Lauderdale, for office, here's all the different markets from Deerfield Beach all the way down to Hallandale, and as far west as Sawgrass. I don't know why number 8 there. I'd like to see who'd be able to lease for number 8. That would be interesting to see who goes in that marketplace, because that's all alligators. Okay, next.
That's not airboat rides.
Airboat companies.
Yeah, airboat companies.
Oh,
but they don't have
Natasha,
office space.
Natasha and I, we wanted to keep it interactive, Gus.
Who's Natasha?
Airboats,
Why does she
that's the way
keep
to
popping
go.
up? What's going on there? Okay, so with this Fort Lauderdale office, now we're going to talk about the same thing we talked about for Miami. The second columns at the bottom there, $25 a square foot. Downtown Fort Lauderdale, $40 a square foot. Still, 10, 20% under Miami numbers. You're down to $27, $26, and $34 in Southwest Broward, which is the Pines Weston Plantation market. So you can see that office space in Southwest Broward, since a lot of us are in that area, you see that, it's 3 times the amount. So 4,000 square feet, $12,000 a month. Okay, next. Okay, so here's the hardest hit. This is retail. And retail, once again, I'm going to say the same thing. We still don't see the numbers because we still have active leases out there, and everybody's not renewing right now. So for that reason, we just got to look. Now look at the very top number where it says deliveries in South Florida, 1.7 million. So 1.7 million new space has been delivered to South Florida. To Miami. The next one is 1.4 million has been absorbed. So that's a good sign for, and it shows very strong numbers. And the next one, come on, 4% vacancy rate. So for right now, things are looking good. Now, we know what happened with COVID-19. The government shut everybody down, especially retail. So we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see what the market tells us. Next slide. Once again, same areas. Next. Okay, so down here, you'll take a look and you'll see in the Miami retail market, you got Aventura at $61 a square foot. Now that's times 5. So 5 times, that's a big number. Then you're down to 54, 47, 25, 27, 31, and Wynwood 50. So you still got some strong rents out there. And for that reason, and that doesn't even include the gross numbers, which would include your operating expenses in retail. All right, next. Retail market, Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale, you have 703,000 square feet have come in, but we've lost 611. But look at those vacancy rates. They're still strong, 4.7. I mean, normally markets don't worry until they're over 15 to 20% vacancy. And we're not there, but once again, we're not there because people can't just walk away from a lease. They're committed for 3, 5, 7, 10 years. All right, next slide. Once again, this is just a picture of where the market's at. Okay, next. All right, down here, we're looking at Fort Lauderdale, a lot lower rents. 18, 24, 37, 28, hike, 28, 23, 31. So these numbers show us that Miami, is a lot more expensive and a lot stronger because it has a lot more people and has a lot more international clients that are coming in to shop. Well, normally, under normal circumstances, not today. All right, next slide. Okay, so we're going to talk about the last one, which is multifamily. So multifamily, and this is multifamily in Miami, right? So these are units. So 6,376 new units have been delivered into Miami, to the Miami market, and 4,058 have been absorbed. And the vacancy rate is 7.5. Yeah, vacancy rates normally range between 5 and 10% in the typical multifamily market. Of course, everybody wants 5, but it usually runs between 5 and 10. So we're pretty much at a normal rate. Next slide. Now this number is interesting. This shows sales, right? So sales, that 205,000 is $205,000 per door. Per door that has been sold. And here's some the next slide. You can go to the next slide. The next slide are actual properties, notable properties that have closed multifamily in the Miami market in the past 12 months. All this information, well, this is recorded on the right, Alfredo? It's recorded on the Zoom call. If anybody needs any more information here.
I hope so.
If not, send me an email. I'll enter my email address in there.
I'm only about white for today. All right.
All right. So finally, we got multifamily in Fort Lauderdale. Next. Multifamily in Fort Lauderdale, 4,751 units in the past 12 months have been delivered to the market. 2,980 has been absorbed. So not as great, but then a lot more units have been built, right? And those, obviously, if anybody knows the Fort Lauderdale market, it's been the core has been in downtown, and then secondary, Plantation, and Sunrise areas. 7.5%, pretty much the same as Miami. Next slide. $198,000 per door, right? So these aren't your typical duplex in East Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, and Hallandale. These are large multifamily properties. Next slide. And these show some of those significant sales that have happened in the past year in the Fort Lauderdale market. And I think that's it. Yes?
I think, it's 24 slides, unless there's anything else you want to share.
Well, I want to say real quick. Number one, banks and investors, they're very cautious right now. So investors are not wanting to invest, and banks are not wanting to lend. So that's what we're seeing overall in the marketplace. There are a few banks and there are a few lenders that are getting involved. There is a lot of people, but they're mainly not on the investor side, on the owner-user side, that are actually purchasing commercial real estate. I didn't talk about industrial. Industrial is very strong. I didn't talk about land, truthfully, because we don't have that much land, but land hasn't changed either. It's pretty strong, just like and in land, it matters. All that matters is really what is the zoning for that land is what keeps it valuable or not valuable. One thing I wanted to let everybody know that if Davies is on the call, set me up for next week, and I'll do an intro to commercial real estate. This is a market update, but we can do an intro class, and I'll go ahead and explain what all the 5 food groups of commercial real estate are and what those mean. So I'm happy to do that. And Davies, you just let me know when, and we'll figure out a time to go ahead and do it.
Gus, one last thing. I know you got 4 minutes before you got to jump on to your next
Sorry,
Zoom. Gus' favorite thing is Zoom meetings.
Absolutely.
Just kidding. But you mentioned one thing. I want to make sure everybody knows and is watching this. You all haven't felt the effect yet when you mentioned on some of those retail or some of those spaces, because a lot of those that would have been corporations or things that had already built in some of those stop gaps, or some of those already built into the leases at prepaids, whatever it is, correct? So that's
Absolutely.
why, so that's where, even though the jobs might not be there because things are closed, you're seeing that, the spaces might be empty right now, or different uses of it.
Absolutely. So, but guess what, guys? They're still paying rent. Somebody's still paying rent there, or owes rent. Let's put it that way, because we don't know. But one important thing is all the businesses that are out there right now, they got to adapt. Just like we have our own little businesses, we're learning to adapt. Like I didn't even know what a Zoom call was until this whole thing happened. I was like, all right. I thought it was the kids' TV show from the 80s. That's what I thought Zoom was. But here we are, and we're learning, and we're adapting, and we're figuring it out. And if businesses don't, then listen, retail, restaurants are dying for drive-through space right now. They want old gas stations. They want banks. They want whatever they can get, because they have to adapt to the new way of doing business. And for that, I'm off to my next Zoom meeting. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Gus. I
All
promised.
right.
Got you out.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Gus.
All right, guys. Be safe.
Alfredo, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can I say something? Can I add something to what just
Right
Gus
now we are
said?
tight. We are tight on the time, but if you want, please put it in the chat, because I'm going to get to you guys some new construction next. So sorry, Mina, if you can, please put it in the chat. All right. So I want to make sure I promised I'll get you all out of here. So if you can't anything, put that in the chat side. So now we have this gentleman. I've known him for a while, and I was talking to him, and I wanted him to share a little bit about some new construction projects. So Oscar, I know you're on here somewhere. So jump off of mute. There he is. So Oscar's going to share a little bit more about some new construction projects. And as you're seeing the inventory tighten up, and the inventory is getting smaller, you're going to see the opportunities to jump into these new homes and these new projects. So Oscar, the floor is yours, my friend. I think I have some slides, but if you want to share.
I appreciate it. Hi, everyone. I know I've got limited time here, got 10 minutes. You know what, before I jump into the slides, I just want to touch on a couple of things that have to do with residential new construction in Florida. Okay, you might find these statistics interesting, and then we'll jump into the actual projects that we're building right now in West Broward County. But since the start of this year through the second quarter, Florida has experienced a 12% year-over-year surge in new residential construction, resulting in approximately 45,560 new permits on record with HPW, which is a construction permit leads tracking source. So new construction for residential real estate is up in Florida. This is where it gets interesting. The southeast region of Florida, basically including the Tri-County area, Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade, we are the only area in Florida to show a slowing in new home construction since the start of this year. The bulk of new construction for the Tri-County area took place in Palm Beach. That's where most of the new projects are being built. I don't know how many of you guys work that upper part of the market, but if you're looking for new home sales construction, there's a bulk of it being expanded in Palm Beach County right now. I'm sure that you guys have all had the experience. Everybody, hopefully the majority of your portfolio is on the listing side, right? You don't list, you don't last. Just to give you a little bit of background, by the way, so I first met Alfredo. I was in new construction home sales. I was selling the community Cobblestone in Pembroke Pines. I was there from 2010 to 2015. Alfredo and I did a couple of deals together there. I then jumped into general real estate from 2015 to 2020 with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, EWM Realty. And just a couple of weeks ago, I jumped back into new home sales. And I'll probably be in new home sales for another 5, and then maybe we go back into general after this. We'll see what happens with the market.
I'll leave my spot here at KW. Sorry, I got your spot.
Got it,
ready
man.
for you.
That's the next stop for me, for sure. About right now, what we're seeing is we just opened up one of our communities for sale, Marbella in Miramar. 78% participation in the Tri-County area for new home sales for projects in Miami, in Broward, and Dade. I will tell you, like, for example, Marbella, we're opening up this Saturday is the first day that we open for sales. I don't see any Keller Williams agents on the roster yet. You guys got to start bringing me some deals. But at Marbella itself, we have 90% broker participation right now. We're anticipating that this weekend we're going to be writing about 20 contracts. 90% of those contracts that we're going to be writing this weekend are going to be accompanied by agents. Hey, Miguel, I see I see your comment down there. How's it going, man? So if you want, we'll jump into the slides so I can give you guys a little bit of information about what we're doing. Marbella, we're doing a total of, this is a joint venture that we have with Lennar. It's going to be 357 single-family homes total. Our pricing starts in the high 500s and we go up into the high 6s. Let's go to the next slide. So we have 4 floor plans to choose from, all single-family home lots. Our smallest lots start at 7,800 square feet, and they're going to go all the way up to 15,000 square feet. Okay. We have lakefront lots, we have dry lots, we have some corner lots. Within the 4 floor plans that we offer, all of them have a variety of structural options that you can change, and they all have different elevations, facades. So within a large builder and a planned multifamily community like this, we as a builder, CC Homes, is going to give you a variety of options. So you could basically call it kind of like a semi-custom building. Okay, these are some of the floor plans that we have. Starting from 2,600 square feet under air, all the way up to basically 4,000 square feet under air. Some of our homes even give people the option to have an in-law quarters with the separate bathroom and we call it a little casita. Right there, stop right there, that frame. So this is Marbella. The left side of the community is the CC Homes portion. That's 157 homes. The right side of the community is the Lennar portion. That's 200 homes. This is in West Miramar. The main entrance is going to be off of Bass Creek Road, and you also have an access point from Southwest 172nd Avenue. This is a highly desirable marketplace. I know Lennar on opening weekend, they had, I think, from the first day, they had 10 sales, and I know they've had multiple sales since then. I want you guys to get in on the action and basically have this as an offering to your customer base. We're anticipating the first deliveries of our homes to be in April of 2021 through August of 2021. On our side, on the CC Home side, we're paying 3% commission. We're giving you half up front and the other half upon delivery of the homes. Okay, we expect this to be about a 2-year build out. Let's go on to the next slide. We also have Arbor Reserve in Cooper City. Here, this is more of a luxury boutique product. Our single family homes there start in the mid 900s and we're all the way into, $1 million. This is located in Cooper City. We have 9 home sites left there. Let's go to the next slide. These are just some renderings of the home sites that we're building there. Let's keep going. Let's stop there. That's a good spot. That's a good spot. That's basically this community, Arbor Reserve in Cooper City, is located off of Griffin Road and 106. The lot sizes in our Arbor Reserve, I'm looking there, it's 18,000 square foot lots, some of them. These same homes that we're building here, the same floor plans that you just saw, there's a project coming down the pike that we're going to open for sales in October. I don't have any additional information as far as renderings and things like that, but on the corner of Griffin Road and Dykes, there's an old horse farm there. Okay, it's 48 acres. We bought that lot. We bought that product. We're going to be building 40 luxury single-family homes on acre lots each in that community. Southwest Ranches, basically on the corner of Griffin and Dykes. And those will be opening up for sale sometime late October. Those are going to basically start in the high 900s as well. So just right there, I've given you southeast corner. Let me think where the horse ranch is. Yes, southeast corner, across from the Tom Thumb. That's there. That's 3 communities right there off the bat that we're building for you guys. We also have additional product, in Doral, which is Canaris at Doral. We have Maple Ridge and Ave Maria, plenty of home sites over there. And we're presently, working up other deals, other land that we're buying in Palm Beach County, and we'll be offering additional properties for sale there. Alfredo, what else do I need to touch on, man?
No, I think you're good. I mean, I wanted them to hear a little bit about the new construction. I know we have every market here has that, right? So on the beach we have a ton of stuff going on up there. But on the west side, these are the projects. So one of the questions, Oscar, they're asking is if you can put your contact info in the chat, so you can send maybe some of the unbranded stuff. So by the end of this weekend, we can get 133 Keller Williams agents into your project.
I want some more Keller Williams agents in my properties, man. I'm seeing a lot of Coldwell Banker. I'm seeing some Remax. Where's Keller Williams at, man?
So that's why I'd ask Oscar jump in on here, and I appreciate you sharing that. And that is the reason why we have products in your backyard. You have them all over the place, and there's not enough inventory, like you heard Natasha mention at the last business meeting. So Oscar, thanks for sharing that. If you can throw your email or where you want them to reach out to you, and for unbranded material and any other information, that'd be great. So that way we can get some of these projects sold with some KW agents. If you're a guest, I'm sorry, I heart you, but this is some of the inside stuff that we'll get. So thanks, Oscar.
All right, man. Thanks a lot for the platform. I appreciate it.
Have a great one. All right. So the reason that I felt that might have been a little bit of value, and I hope it was, so if it was, shout it out. But the reason why is we have these projects in our neighborhoods, and we're not reaching out to them, and it's super important, especially as the inventory tightens up. Your buyers can buy these places. These are their move-up homes. These are their move-down homes for some people. So, you have all different type of markets here in this area. So next up, I know you're all enjoying numbers today. But next up, I want Vanjie to just share a quick minute here on some of the things that we're seeing on the lender side. I know we saw, let me know if y'all see the screen. We got Vanjie up. Kina, you see it? Or are you guys just staring at you guys see me or no? All right. So Vanjie is going to share. Go ahead, Vanjie, whenever you're ready.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. So yeah, Vanjie from Van Dyke Mortgage with the minute update. So you can see the rates here. This chart is going back August 2019 to August 6th, which is last week of 2020. So you can see how the rates are going down about a point or so. And just wanted to let you know, for every point of increase or decrease on a rate, you either lose or gain 10% of buying power. So this is a great time when the rates are low, where you can get those big new construction homes, right? Because this is the time to upgrade. You get more for your money and you can buy more. So especially now in this time when everybody's working from home, getting that bigger home, it's affordable right now. And just some other, do you have the other one? Yeah. So just 3 bullet points real quick. So Mortgage Bankers Association have the data that the overall application volume rose 6.8% from the previous week. Purchases are up 2% and on a year-over-year basis are 22% higher. Refinances increased 9% last week and they're up 47% year-over-year as well. And refinances made up almost 66% of all transactions, and they were up 64% last week. Interest rates, as you saw on the chart, they decreased from 3.14% to 3.06%, which is 95% basis point or almost a point lower than the same time last year. And this shows there's a fraction of the points in this case, is up about a third of a point to get that rate. And now refinances, we just got news this morning. This is just fresh off the news that the Federal Housing Financing Agency announced that they will be assessing a 0.5% fee on all loans that are sold to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac effective September 1st. So that's going to be, something that the lenders is going to start now repricing everything to get that 0.5 point hit on the rates to the borrowers who are trying to refinance. So we may see a slowdown a little bit of the refinance market because of this announcement this morning. And that's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Vanjie. And the reason I wanted to share those slides, and if you need those slides or any information, you can email Vanjie, any of the teams out there. Is the reason why is you all are seeing all the rates super low, everything is changing. Take advantage of this. Don't miss out on this market. You might need to give that visual to your clients so they really understand where the rates are at. I know Natasha shared how many people in forbearance the last time that we did the stats, but this is a different perspective. I want you to understand refinances are tightening up a little bit. People are still trying to do it, but now might be the opportunity instead of a refi for them to buy. So we want to give you the tools to get in front of all the business. All right. So last little things here. I think I have to share screen here. I know I don't have Davies, so Davies is allowing me to do this. So Mega Camp is coming up. I want to just reiterate how Mega Camp is going to work, and I want to make sure you all know some cool news. So my man over there in KW Partners, Mr. Darnell, is going to be teaching a class on Mega Camp. He's going to be teaching zero in on your lead source zone. So he's going to be on a panel with that. That's going to be Wednesday, September 16th. So you all have a lot of talent within the market centers. And sometimes I think we take it a little bit for granted, the amount of talent that you have available to you to share and get ideas from. So Darnell is going to be on that panel for Mega Camp. Now, I want to share a little bit more about Mega Camp because I think it's super important. And this is really where, if you've never attended Mega Camp in person, I know next year, 2021, we'll all hang out together in Austin. I know many of the places there, but the agenda for the week is going to go like this. You're going to get a profile that you have to fill out on your information, and you're going to be able to set an agenda, and they're going to go over and put you into different groups with your peers. So they're going to have live networking groups. They're also going to have a virtual exhibit hall. So those of you that love buying every tech tool, every single thing available, it's still going to be available. They're going to have a virtual tour hall. How that works, I have no clue, but I assume it's going to be rooms and you're going to hear about all the new technology coming out, the new tools. So it's always a good opportunity whenever you go to Mega Camp or Family Reunion that you're able to get all these things before the rest of the realtors see it. So that's one of the advantages. Gary Keller is going to give his vision speech. So he's going to have that there. Josh Team is going to give the keynote on all the technology. So once again, Mega Camp is where you're going to hear it first. So if you want, you can wait to hear it from Inman and all the other reporting, Riz Media, all the other media sources. But this is going to be directly, you can hear it there first, what's going on that side. And also this one is super good. I can't see your faces because I messed up my Zoom screen behind the side, but the culture one is super good. So if you ever want to see me cry, I get emotional sometimes on certain things. This is a really, really amazing opportunity in person It's really, really cool. It's something that Mo Anderson does. She does a cultural summit. Those of you who have never experienced it, it'd be something that you should definitely be a part of. So that's your agenda for Mega Camp. That's September 15th through the 17th. I know we have a good amount of people registered, but the reason we keep sharing this is because we want you all to be ahead of the curve, to be a part of the company that's bringing you all these tools and doing that. So that's going to be September 15th through the 17th.
Hey, Alfredo, we just got confirmation that one of our very own L5L agents will be participating in one of the panels. It's Catherine Rain, and she will be participating in one of the breakout panels called Raise Your Game with Remote Seller Consultations. So let's support
Super cool.
Catherine.
So I'm glad you shared that. So those are two KWYP. So that's the KWM professionals. So way to represent Darnell and Catherine. You know, for the non-YPs, we know and we want you on these panels. So definitely keep producing. But thanks Morel for sharing that. So we're gonna have two agents that are gonna be a part of these panels. So that's super cool. Another quick feature, and like I said, we'll get you out of here in a minute. I promised you we'd get you out here early. I am on track for that. So one thing is telling our story at KW. And one of the things is we are working and we have a new website that's gonna share all this data and all this information. Sometimes you get a lot of noise, and I'm gonna stop share here for a second so I can see some faces because I messed up my screen on my end. Sometimes there's a lot of noise on the outside on different tools, this, that, the other. But these websites and these things are meant to share your story and share with your clients when you're sitting at presentations or you're going up against another agent. You know, I know we have guests here, but you are the #1 real estate company. So one of the things that I just want to say here is we got to start acting like it, right? And coming out there and sitting with people and helping them understand why they need to work with you and why it's important to use these tools. There's a reason why we're #1, and it's because we want to make sure that you and the customers get the most and help the people the most. So I just wanted to stop there and see some faces because that is super important. All those tools are available to you. Little few things here. The One Thing started last week. So Jay Papazan is leading the One Thing book club. So that is found through Pivot Shift. Anyone that is not with KW can definitely jump in and see that. And that's a great book. It's one of my best reads, right, Kina? Kina and Lorna and Aishia love this book so much. It's one of their it's one of their favorite books that they've read with me together. Outfront Magazine, sorry, let me go back to that. Outfront Magazine is a really cool thing too. I'm just sharing with you all the items of value. Outfront Magazine shows you all the top producers, what they're doing across the country. And the other thing, for those of you that don't know, I'm going to share a few things that we have available to you. So one of them is this with Nextdoor. KW's partnered with Nextdoor. So it's an opportunity there to use it. It's a part of the app and what's in there available. So Nextdoor, for those of you that don't know, that's how all the neighbors in the community communicate. So if you're not on this, you definitely want to be a part of this. And now these are your value add systems. So let me stop share here for a second, and then I'm going to tell you all, and then I'll send this to you. So you can write in the chat, or you can jump off of mute for like a second, or thumbs up, because we'll mute you back quick. But I want to make sure you all know what you have available to you. So I wrote it down, and I wrote down some of the things, and I want my people, my team leaders, to shout out, because we have Tom, JC, we have Morel, you have Marietta, you have all the leadership available to you that's here to help you on this side. So Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. Last week, those of you that didn't attend the business meeting, they have amazing flyers, amazing tools. The other thing you guys get, Trends Graphics. So all those stats, all those things that you get Trends Graphics as any of the market centers, you get that. So those are detailed reports on what's going on in the market. So all those reports that Gus sent, he gets those from another system. You guys have that on the residential side. You also have Vulcan. You have all the expired and for sale by owner systems. So you have that available to you too. So any time you say, oh, I can't find an expired number, I can't find someone to call, that's an excuse you're telling yourself, because you have the tools available to you here, and we want you to succeed. So I want to just highlight these because these are all there for you. That's a part of what you pay your monthly for, to get all these tools that other people don't have. So that's the Vulcan. You have Vulcan, and you have all the expired calls. You have 5 years worth of expired and unlisted property numbers. So just make sure they're not on the do not call, please. Adrian's here, my broker side. So make sure they're not on the do not call sign. But if they are free to call back from 5 years ago. Okay. The other things that you have offered to you, you have bressers, so you can call around the communities and get the community information. You have your coaches available. So you have multiple leadership and layers of coaches. You have KPAs. I'm going to ask you here, who knows what a KPA is? Thumbs up if you know what it is. All right, so I got like 4 thumbs up. Darnell gave me a double. Thank you, Darnell. Gave me a double thumbs up. That's this is on those panels. Crystal knows it. Who else there that's not showing your lovely faces? Okay, so a KPA is called the Keller Personality Assessment. It tells you a little bit more in detail about where your strengths are and where you can really succeed, okay? So yours truly, I've shared this a few times, my KPA said that I did not enjoy working with buyers. I figured it out after I did the KPA, why I didn't enjoy working with buyers. So you're gonna be able to find your strengths and able to use those in your business. So if you don't know what the KPA is and you're either hiring or you're doing that, reach out to your leadership and we'll guide you and we'll put you through the process so you get to understand a little bit more in detail about what makes you tick and how to grow your business. So you might find, oh, that's why I don't like this. That's why I like this. So that's what we're gonna focus on. So don't worry, I got a few more tools. So we also have Keller Mortgage. Vanjie, I know all my lenders, I love you. We have Keller Mortgage. Vanjie is amazing. Van Dyke is amazing. Keller Mortgage is an additional tool that you have, okay? This is an additional tool that you have in your tool belt. So you have 2 amazing companies to work with. You also have Keller Cloud. That's all your products that you have, all that side. You have Keller Covered. Keller Covered is the insurance side. So if you don't know, I need you all to Google Keller Cloud, look at it. It's in the bottom of all your neighborhood snaps. So in the bottom of every neighborhood snapshot, you have Keller Covered, and that's your insurance side. So your clients can click on a button and they can see what their insurance cost is gonna be, and they can get a quote right from the system. So you might be able to save your client thousands of dollars. So all those clients that are in forbearance, when you're making those calls and you're having conversations and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do, you can refer them to Vanjie for help with refinance. You can give them Keller Covered, and they can look at the insurance side. They can lower that cost. Let's say they're paying $2,000, they might be able to lower it to $1,800. That's $200 that they save on their insurance. So I want to give you guys tools that we have that sometimes aren't talked about. So those are a lot of the products. You also have the custom reports that Natasha has. So all of those, for those of you that were not in last week's meeting, for those of you that are guests, I'm sorry you don't have this, but Natasha's reports show you everything and you can break it down. So when you're sitting at that listing presentation, you have it. And the last thing is, I think that's it. We got a lot more stuff. Put it in the chat. But I hope you all are seeing the value that you have at KW. And I hope you're seeing the value that you have in these things. And I know today we had some in-house speakers. You know, we're always going to bring you some great content. We also have FES classes coming up next week. But from all of us on the leadership end, for all our vendor partners, from everyone, we want to say thank you. I think we're good. I got us out of here with 7 minutes left. So enjoy the rest of your day. And we look forward to seeing you next week at next week's business meeting. And happy birthday to all August birthdays. And thank you so much. I haven't gotten to all the chats. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the nice things that you guys said. And don't forget to reach out to your leaders for anything that you need. Have an amazing day. Babies, you can put music or whatever you want in there. You guys can unmute yourself and chat your hearts out now.
The broker, do we have the broker after? Does Adrian have his thing after?
Thank you, Tom. Yeah, no, broker support will continue at 12:30. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Remember, we'll have.
I wanted to give Adrian time to go relax, get changed, put on his stuff. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Have an amazing week and keep getting those listings.
See you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.